And it is time now for Super Sound Showcase, and I am excited to present to you the Tony Mata Trio. And if you don't know Tony Mata, you're about to have a rare treat, because he and his accomplices today are going to give you some hardcore jazz that is influenced by all kinds of other styles. And Tony is a brilliant performer, but he's also a writer. He composes a lot of this music. Tony, welcome to WMBG.
Thanks so much for having me. How's everyone doing?
Well, I don't know. They haven't called in to tell me.
Okay.
Are you talking to these guys?
Yeah, I guess I can talk to these guys too.
Okay. Well, let me just introduce everybody. Tony Mata is the guitarist in the room, and Jordan Ponzi has a stand-up bass and a fabulous drummer who's come all the way from Richmond via Longwood College. He's been around all day doing things and being a talented musician. This is Emery Kartari. Gentlemen, welcome. We don't have mics in front of everybody, but they are set up to play around the room, and they are excited. And, you know, I love the enthusiasm that comes through the door when a band comes in to portray their music. And, you know, the greatest, I can tell you from my own experience, the greatest thing that can happen to a performer is when there's an audience that just has come with the expectation of seeing what you brought them. And that's what Super Sound Showcase is. You know, I've turned them loose, and they have come in here. What are you going to play for us today, Tony? What's on your mind?
I think we're going to do two of my tunes, and then we might do a standard. And we haven't decided what that's going to be yet, but we're going to have fun figuring it out.
Well,
and this first tune is called Waltz. It's just a...
And one of my own expectations, my prediction, if you will, is that there will come a time down the road, maybe not that many years from now, that I'll have you back on here, and we will be able to interchange, and some of your tunes will be considered standards. That would be my ambition
nice
for you.
Well, that would be nice.
And, you know, I don't see why that couldn't happen, because your music is beautiful and it's so smooth, and you play a lot. You're all over the area, well respected. And tell us, you know, some of the gigs that are coming up, because I know you have a lot of regular things.
Well, I try to stay busy. This weekend, Friday and Saturday, I'll be playing with Brett and Good Shot Judy at the Cavalier in Virginia Beach. I'll be doing that. And then I'm playing every Sunday at Craft 31 on Strawberry Plains Road. I do a brunch there. And sometimes I play that alone, and sometimes I have a couple of buddies join me. It just depends on the day. So I'm excited about that. I've been doing that for almost a year. And the thing I've been doing lately with these two guys here is the jazz jam session at Kogan's here in Williamsburg, and that's every first and third Monday. And you know, it just makes me so happy, because you know it's hard to play this music anywhere on a regular basis, and so now I feel like people are embracing it a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely.
Shirley and Culture Fix sort of gave me the opportunity to put on this platform, and boy, it's going really well, and people are coming out. We start having some regulars, and we have a great time, and everyone's invited. So it's from 7 to 9 every first and third Monday. I mean, you can go to Kogan's on any Monday, and there's going to be some kind of musical event happening, but the jazz session, it's not really limited to jazz music only, but you know, we sort of want to create that particular environment, and so not a lot of places you can do that, especially here in Williamsburg. And so every first and third Monday, 7 to 9, the jazz jam. Everyone's invited.
And I have been there. I went out there last week, and I'll tell you something. It is an interesting event, because it does separate from all the other events in town, especially you know, at Kogan's, because it is uniquely jazz in its purest form. And there's not a singer traditionally. I mean, I know you sometimes have people sit in with you, but they are an instrumental group. And if you're looking to really just relax and enjoy the quality of the music, it is rare to find an instrumental group with writing and performances that are so in-depth and so textured that you really can hear an imaginary lyric going on. I mean, you're not missing the fact that there's not a vocal going on, because you will hear the inspiration of the piece, and you're very good at communicating whatever it is that it's inspired your writing.
Well, thank you.
It comes through in your performance as well. So that double-edged whammy, that you're able to write with that kind of feeling and then emote with your instrument, that guitar becomes a part of you, Tony, and it's brilliant.
Well, thank you. That certainly is the goal, you know, is to sort of let everything else disappear.
Thank you.
And be in the moment. I mean, what's more important than the moment you're living in right now? So, I try to to create that. that
All three of
momentum.
these gentlemen work in a variety of ensembles, but I'd say, Jordan, you are one of the best bass players that I've seen. And one of the things that I love is that you just you become a part of that bass, and you're just lost in your world. You know, I've seen you in every kind of facial expression while you're playing. You know, it's almost as entertaining to watch what's going on in Jordan's head. Emery, I'm just meeting today, but you know what? The finesse that you're back there behind that kit is just fantastic. And I'm anxious to hear a song, so let's go with the first piece.
Okay, this is a tune I wrote called Waltz.
That's a waltz.
Well, thank you.
A very sophisticated, beautiful waltz.
Thank you very
like
much,
that
sir.
very much. What was going through your mind when you wrote that?
You know, I'm a big fan of Joe Henderson's playing.
Yeah.
And he had a particular tune that shall remain unnamed. That was a beautiful, beautiful tune in 3/4. And so I was inspired by the piece, and I've played the piece for years, and I wanted to sort of create something that made me feel the same way. And so, you know, I just decided that it was going to be in 3/4, and I decided it was going to be in this key, and I just, you know, messed around with it. And I'm sort of new to composing, but what I'm finding is that when it feels right, it comes fairly naturally. It's, you know, it just sort of comes out. And so, as I polish, you know, the tunes and they become a little bit more mature sounding, you know, starting to really enjoy the process. It's just I'm just new to it, to compose in an instrumental way.
Well, thank heavens you're into it now, because we are all benefiting richly from it. And you are listening to the new Super Sound Showcase. We are sponsored by Culture Fix here on WMBG, and I'm happy that we have the Tony Mata Trio, and he is joined today by Jordan Ponzi and Emery Cartari. We're going to go for a couple of messages from our sponsors, and then we're going to come right back with more of this great music. Don't go anywhere. If you're streaming live with us on Facebook, we will continue to stream live in the studio, and you'll see what kind of chaos happens when the commercials are running, and then we will be right back for the rest of Super Sound Showcase. Don't go anywhere. And I welcome you all back. We are the new Super Sound Showcase, sponsored by Culture Fix on WMBG. We are here, if you're just joining us, with the Tony Mata Trio, comprised of Tony Mata on guitar, Jordan Ponzi on stand-up bass, and Emery Cartari on the drums. Gentlemen, what's next on your musical agenda?
So we're going to play a ballad that I just wrote. This tune is called When the Soul Becomes Still. It's brand new.
What a wonderful name.
Well, thank you. I wanted to have something that was kind of brooding and mysterious sounding.
Yeah.
But truthfully, it was just late at night and everyone was asleep and the house was quiet and I was just in this place.
Yeah.
And so in the song, again, as I said before, when something's ready to come out, it'll find its way out. And so I'm really pleased with the tune.
Have you been playing it live, or is this the premiere?
This is literally the world premiere.
All right. Well, I strive for that. I love when I can have something that has never been performed anywhere else before. You're hearing it on WMBG live for the first time, and I cannot wait. So let's have it.
Okay.
Wow, I didn't see that coming at the end. But you know what, you guys, you just almost had me in a hypnotic state.
Wow.
Because, Jordan, what you're doing over there, it just amazes me because you're so adept at finding those little counter melodies and putting things and the masterful theory that you can look at a very simple chord chart that Tony gave you, and you're just going up and down those modes and scales and just weaving in such a way that it's just amazing to watch you. It really is. And I'm sorry that we're not television instead of radio sometimes, because what I just saw you doing, especially in that little interlude where you just had such action going on, and it was exciting.
Thank you.
It really was. Thank you. Oh my gosh. And you guys, you play together like it's just second nature. It takes no thought, and it's so tight, and the sound is just so beautiful. It really is marvelous.
Well, I think there's an element of trust
Well, yeah.
that goes into this music, and unfortunately, jazz is kind of a dirty word,
Right.
especially when it comes to
Right.
making any kind of money.
Well, sure.
And so, what else is there, and really becomes more of a spiritual sort of, journey,
Right.
and that trust where we're sharing something. And again,
Yeah.
as I said, I mean, this is the first time these guys have seen this chart,
Right.
and we're able to sort
Right. Oh,
of
it's
make music and
incredible.
have this dialogue, and that's why I love these guys, because they're
Yeah.
really sort of sensitive to.
Right. And it's
See what's
funny that
happening.
your first response was the word trust, because while I was actually listening, one of the things that I looked over and I saw you just lost in your own little world, and I thought how marvelous that they're going to be exactly where you need them to be, because you never even looked at them. It was just, you were in your own little enchanted world, and you guys never missed one chance to support that melody in the most beautiful way. So, gosh, I'm as happy as I can be to have had that premiered on this
me
show.
too. I mean, I love playing with you guys. For the record, in
Oh,
case anyone didn't know.
that's so sweet. All right, so
We love playing with you too.
we got one more tune, and I cannot wait to hear it. This is the standard tune, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna just.
Did
do
you
a
decide
blues.
at the beginning of the show? I said, "What you going to play?" He goes, "I don't know yet." So, did you decide?
Yeah, let's do.
Spin the roulette
Let's
wheel.
do Isfahan.
Okay.
Let's do Isfahan.
That's fine.
All right, well,
Let's do it.
we are going to play out with this tune, and I thank you for listening to Super Sound Showcase. We are sponsored by Culture Fix, and to Steve and Jen and Shirley, thank you all so much. We do appreciate you being part of the WMBG family, and I hope you have all enjoyed the Tony Mata Trio. Please go and see them. When you hear that they are playing somewhere, not only do I encourage you to support all live music, but in particular, they have given us this afternoon, and they've come up here to play for us today, so please reward them by going out and telling them that you loved their performance on Super Sound Showcase, and follow my example, because I'm going to show up next time and say, I loved having y'all on my show. So here it is.
We
Let's
love being
have
here.
it.
Thank you.
Right.
1, 2, 1, 2.
feel like there should be a wild applause track now. If you have enjoyed this music from the Tony Mata Trio, please go and visit the website IamTonyMata.com. That's MATA. And you know what? You can find all about their gigs. You can find more information about Tony and his music, and support these gentlemen, because I am as grateful as I can be that you've been here with us today. So thank you to Culture Fix. Thank you all. I will be back tomorrow live on your show from 12 to 3. Flying Brian coming in with the end of the day countdown, so he will be here soon. And now we go back to the music that you're used to on WMBG. This is Free Fallin' from Tom Petty. Quite a transition, don't you think?
I think so.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you for having us, man. That was great.